What's up everyone, welcome back to Meathead Gaming. My name is Roland and today we're going to do something different on the channel. So recently my second channel was deleted for some reason, so most of the other games that I've been talking about are gonna come to this channel. Hopefully you will like it, hopefully you will see something different and you will enjoy it. But that being said, 2 days ago the PC port of Days Gone dropped on Steam for everybody to play and enjoy. Now the question is this port as bad as some of the others were in the past? Yes, I'm looking at you, Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm gonna be talking about this subject today here a little bit. This is gonna be a short video, so that those that are looking to get into this game have an objective opinion about the matter. So let's start with the beginning. Let's start with the menu that you see when you start up the game. You can rebind every key in a normal and natural manner to your preferences, so there's no trouble with the keyboard, there's no trouble with the key bindings as there were in the past with some other ports, so I'm happy to say that everything is fine there. If I would have not known that this game first came out on a console, then I would have assumed this was not a console exclusive initially, because that's how good overall the menu and the key bindings look and feel. And that's a good thing, because we all know in the past how lazy the developers were in porting the games to the PC, with some of the legendary names such as Dark Souls, Nier Automata and even Horizon Zero Dawn messing it up big time in my humble opinion. I mean, you can even go back a few weeks when Resident Evil Village released and the menu was pretty badly ported. I mean, in order to change the resolution for the game, you couldn't just click on a drop box and select the resolution you wanted. You had to go through each resolution at a time in order to get where you eventually wanted to end up, which is just, come on, it's 2021, man. So there's a lot of half-assed ports out there, whether it's from a bigger AAA developer or a smaller indie one, but I am happy to report that the menu of this game is 100% legit and I'm happy that I can say that. We will stay in the menu for a little bit longer and talk about the graphical options. You will not find Red Dead Redemption 2 level of customization here, far from it, but in my humble opinion, the graphical options that you do have does the job. Oh yeah, and the game has an FOV slider, Resident Evil Village. It does not require you to install mods on the game in order to have the most basic and useful options. Now, I will not discuss the best settings for graphics here, as I feel like that's a very personalized thing, and depending on your PC specs, you will have to play around with the settings that the game offers you in order to achieve the visual quality and the frames per second that you want to achieve. I will only say that on my specs, these are the graphical options that I use. I prefer to lose a little bit of visual quality in order to get higher frames in general when I play these games, as I've always preferred to have a smooth gaming experience instead of a visually beautiful but non-responsive one. So, with the settings that you currently see on your monitor, I would usually get between 80 and 150 FPS, which is good enough for me. I also prefer to increase the field of view a little bit and decrease the render scale by 10% so that I can have a wider view around me, as I prefer that much more than a zoomed in view. You have to be careful though. If you prefer to do that, there's always a chance that your performance might decrease, so you will have to again dance around with the settings, because the more you want to see on your monitor, the more resources the game will use. Also, another thing that I've noticed compared to Horizon Zero Dawn's port, for example, is that my CPU never passed the 50% point, where in Horizon Zero Dawn it was running at 70% or sometimes more, which does not make sense, and I suspect that it had to do with the absolutely absurd choice of the developers to render shaders every time you start up the game. Now, all that being said, there are some optimization problems here, where your frames drop quite a lot when you enter a camp or you travel and there is a bit of more populated area, whether it's zombies or other humans. This happens in almost every game out there, but the drops are a little bit high in my opinion in this particular case. For example, if I ride my bike in the open world, I get a comfy 100 plus FPS, most of the times like 150, but as soon as I enter into a camp or I meet some more populated areas, right, it dips between 85 and 75, and that's almost a 40% drop, which is a little bit too much if you ask me. Also, a very irritating and annoying thing about the gameplay is that when you ride your bike, you get these micro freezes. I don't know how to explain them. I will record some and I hopefully it will be visible in the videos that you see right now, where your bike just slows down and then everything gets back to normal. It's very weird and it interrupts the flow of the gameplay, and that's a shame because riding the bike is very enjoyable and I think it's one of the best parts of the game. Even on the keyboard, which I've played with, the control and the feel of the bike is extremely well done, and I cannot say how much I appreciate that part. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the port quality of Days Gone. In conclusion, I will say that port-wise, Days Gone is above average. It suffers a little bit when it comes to the performance of the game, but everything else is top notch, and I would not think too much about it if you're thinking about getting the game, but you are worried maybe about the quality of the port at hand. So, those are my 2 cents regarding the quality of the port for Days Gone. If you want to see more about Days Gone, stick around because I will do more videos about the game once I finish it. I didn't finish it yet, and I will take a more in-depth look at the things that I love and hate about the game and my experience with it. Guys, feedback is always appreciated, engagement is always encouraged and deeply appreciated, so a subscription and a like or a dislike will greatly help the work that I'm doing on this channel and improving it as much as I can. Until next time, stay safe, stay clean and stay strong.